Hello, everybody. This is Wolf Dragon 444 here. Um, so I know I've been gone for quite a while. Um, Almost a year, in fact. And that is because of mental health reasons. I don't really want to get too much into it because I like to see my channel as like your own escape from your own demons and struggles and stuff. So, today we're going to play Darkest Dungeon 2. This game is kind of different. I don't think anybody has really seen anything from me before, especially you guys. A friend introduced me to this series. A friend from D&D. And it has had its grip on me for months. I usually play the Switch version, but I wanted to play it for you guys today from like the beginning. So I'm gonna play it on the PC, which means I don't really have a lot of things completed, but
The
that's the point.
crossroads, where lost souls hope to find their way.
I just smacked the microphone. I am very out of practice. I have not recorded anything for a very long time, so I'm sorry that I'm a little bit rusty. So, Darkest Dungeon 2 is well, it's kind of like a dungeon crawler. That's how I would describe it. It's a very dark game. Puns 100% intended. So, I thought I'd just go ahead and play through for a while and maybe talk about random stuff that either pertains to it or doesn't. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the team that I always kind of start with.
Hunted, harried, a
This
fugitive seeking to outpace
is
the past.
a game
Indiscriminate science
that
stains the surgeon's hands.
it's kind of like a puzzle, but it requires a lot of thinking and pre-planning. I really like this game because it kind of reminds me of Dungeons and Dragons, and Dungeons and Dragons is one of my absolute favorite things to play, especially right now, which is why I'm hoping to play Baldur's Gate for you guys at some point. I'm doing my playthrough of it, my first playthrough ever, just by myself, and then my second playthrough I think I will record for you guys at some point, hopefully. No promises that I'll be coming back. I'm definitely gonna do this again where I'll just disappear and then I'll reappear. You probably won't see a lot of editing because I'm gonna be honest. Don't tell anybody. I hate editing. Yes, whoa. I know. So, I might edit like a little bit, but I really hate editing. So, we're just gonna go through it like this. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this because this is one of my favorite games right now, and I want to share it with you guys. Now, I said it's a little bit like D&D, but it's still very different. Because
now,
this is a single-player
into the
game,
crumbling chaos of the world.
but I really like that. I would actually love to be able to play D&D like by myself.
Are exhausted.
I really enjoy
Ahead,
like
only
having
trial
different characters that
and
have different
tribulation.
abilities and being able to see them all and unlock more as you go deeper
Even
into
your
the game.
valley is not immune to the spreading
And
stain.
just like learning new ways to play with different characters, different strategies. I love doing games like this, especially like single player ones that require a lot of like forethought and thinking. I like logic games and puzzles, so this is right up my alley. Also, the music is amazing. I listen to this music in my car when I'm driving to work. I love everything to do with this game. I love the style, I love the music, I love the thought that is put into it. I love how it tests your skills and your forethought. If anybody who has played this game sees this, I would love to know your favorite team or just
Hold fast.
your favorite character.
Who knows what lurks in the beyond?
I will share mine. Mine's this guy. This guy right here. He's called the Highwayman. His default name is Dismas, and I just call him Dismas because that's his name. Why do I love him? I don't freaking know. Like, I just do. There's not really a character that I dislike in this game, unlike Baldur's Gate. Maybe that'll change as I get deeper into the game, but Dismas, he's, well, Highwayman. He plays with both a knife and a gun, and I love that. He's a very well-rounded character that can also, kind of like, what's it called, set up, but he can also deal so much damage at the same time. And he also has a good, decent health point as well.
The Roaring Heart does much for the weary body. Even more, perhaps, for the restless soul.
But I love them all. They all
The home
have
of the Crusaders.
their
Their legions
strengths
lost.
and, of course, their weaknesses. Every
exploits
character,
legend.
every person does. Like, for example, Paracelsus here, she is called the Plague Doctor, and she mostly deals with causing status conditions that deal damage over time and healing the party. So she's more of a support AoE area of effect character. And I also really, really enjoy Paracelsus as well. They all have their strengths, and I really
One
enjoyed
learns
this team
quickly
here.
when survival demands it. Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go.
This setup
The
that
first
I'm
of
looking
many
at is like
forks in the road.
feels weird because
Choose your
the Switch
path
version
and
is
ride
set up
out
a little bit differently,
unbowed.
so forgive me if it looks a little weird. I'm just gonna try to go through this relatively quickly. Oh, I only have one. Okay, I gotta think about that actually. I'm used to having like 3 spots open. Okay, let's see. Let me go
Every league,
to
a lesson.
yes.
Spend what you can.
Okay,
Or
I
wealth
drag it.
no
I'm
longer
so
has
used to
meaning.
just like clicking it and it
If indeed it ever
appears.
did.
Alright. Let's see here. I need to remember that I don't have as much as I can usually get. These. Is there a way to drag both of these so I don't have to do them all? Oh, I can double click. Even better. Yeah, let's grab 2 of those. And of course, there are plenty of items in this game. My personal advice when you're first starting out with this game is to focus on the relationships between your characters, because how do I go back to your characters? There we go. Because if you have a negative relationship with your with like the other members in your party, it can really hinder your damage output. and your healing output and just like literally everything. If you have a positive relationship, it makes it so much easier. Think of it kind of like the later gen Pokemon games, like Gen 6 onwards. It kind of like gives you benefits. Like sometimes you get a critical hit, sometimes they deal extra damage, sometimes they heal you better. Like it all depends on the character, and the type of relationship they get, because there's a couple different ones. So let's see. I think I grabbed what I wanted. I want to look at this item here. Ooh. I should definitely throw that on somebody. Who would gain most use out of this? Probably Audrey, because she does deal with that type of stuff when she gets more stuff later. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this to her. Again, it's a strategy game. And I love me some strategy games. I'm not going to explain like everything that you can do in this game and what everything means, because if you really want to like figure it out, play the game. Alright, I need to think about which one's the most helpful here. I try to be very well-rounded and give everybody like, if I have like 4, I give every member 1. You can only have 4 members at a time. You can have less though. You don't want that, but you can. Let's do this one. Which one do I think will be most helpful? I think this one will be. Yeah, but I love strategy games like this, and I love the dark theme behind the game. I love the characters in this game. We'll do this one too, I think. Because Dismas is my favorite. I gotta give him the extra one. Okay, let's do this. Whoops, I don't think it's the right spot.
Radiant light will suffuse you with the strength of your convictions.
I have bought all the DLC for this game as of today, which is September 11th of 2025. I recommend waiting until you're better at the game and have more stuff unlocked before you do the DLC Lost Crusade. If you want to go for it right off the bat, be my guest. But me personally, I'm gonna wait. But it's taking up space, so I'm going to get rid of it. Shift click. Okay. In items now, let's do those. So they start at 9 out of 20, which is right above negative relationship. So I like to just, if I don't have enough for all the characters together, I will just choose what I think will benefit most, or the ones who have like really bad quirks that can really mess up relationships. Like, they're not here on these characters, but some of them are like where their tone is like really sharp, or they're really like sharp-witted and they make bad jokes that other characters don't like. But we don't have that here, thank God. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and just choose random characters. Okay. And now, oh, that was Dismas. I know like all his lines. So we have 2 choices here. There will be more as we go along and we get further into the game, but we start with the Tangle and the Sprawl. Each place, of course, has a different goal and a different reward if you complete that goal. And of course, different enemies. So these are focused on dealing blight damage, which you can also call poison damage. The sprawl, if you couldn't tell, it's fire. So they deal fire damage and they are hard hitting. So let's see. I like to weigh my options mostly through the goal and then the reward. That's just how I like to do it. Some people just like do it random. Some people choose based on like their favorite area. I am gonna go for the tangle.
Trenches and tents. The front lines of a war that was never fought.
Also, I would just like to mention again really quick, the sword style is amazing. Like, look at that. Beautiful. Alright. Alright. Not only do I highly recommend getting this game for yourself, I also recommend...
War.
Oh.
Rewards only. Resignation.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I completely lost what I was gonna say. Oh, I remember. I highly recommend if you want to listen to the soundtrack. It's on YouTube, it's on Amazon Music, and I'm sure
Wisely.
it's in a few other areas as well. I highly recommend just giving it a listen. I am trying to convince my DM to use some of this music in our D&D sessions. Okay, let's see. I don't think we really have anything wrong with us. I just did it because you saw that the characters gave like where they wanted to go in the forks in the road. And if you do not go the way that they want, they can get stressed out. Not always, but they can get stressed out. And since it was majority rules and I thought it would be the best option, I just went for it. I mean, the most is the pharmacy or... Oh, I don't have enough money for that though. You can heal quirks and stuff. And lock it in too. Really useful. I always forget about it. Ooh, this will be useful. Let me grab one of those. Two of those, actually. And move on. So you're seeing these things in the corner. They're just, like, mini tutorial stuff to let you know, like, how it works and stuff. I'm not going to show them because I already know what a lot of this stuff is already. So I don't need to read it. I also really enjoy how each place not only has like their own theme, but they also have their own song theme, which I did not notice in my first few hours of playing. Because, I don't know, my ears weren't working apparently, but... I'm just gonna shut up and play so you can enjoy.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other. Stumbling and stupefied.
Yeah. Wish I had enough money to cure that. That's extremely annoying. Nice.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Woohoo! It did more damage than I thought it would. I mean, I know it's a fucking cannon, but like... Oh, my poor boy. I need to get him out of here.
This road cannot be walked alone.
Okay.
Straightforward and effective.
We love things that are straightforward and effective. Oh. All these characters have, backstories, too. Of, like, how they got, like, their title, I guess. It's very... It really draws me in, especially... And I really feel for some of these characters. A lot of them have very bad pasts. And it makes you feel for the characters. Kind of like makes them feel more human. We love a 4-win coin toss. Because it rolls for each one. Missed all 4 times. We love that. It's immune. I'll do it anyway. Deals a little bit of damage. That's what we're trying to do right now, is deal some damage. Also, if you have any feedback on, like, the sound of the game versus me, I've completely forgotten, like, the good difference between the sound and of the game and then my voice. So if you have any feedback on that, if I'm too loud or the game's too loud or if we're both too quiet or whatever, just let me know and I'll do my best to fix it. I will say though, as a forewarning, if you want to get into this game, it takes, like, the first one that we're doing, which is like the first of 5 stages, that there are like different stages. This one is the shortest. It only has 2 areas, and then the final area. But as you get deeper and deeper into the game, it takes longer and longer. Like, if I wanted to play from the beginning of the confession, which is what it's called in this game, to the final boss, if I make it there, it takes a few hours. So if you got a few hours on your hands, then this game is for you if you like this type of stuff. If you don't have that kind of time, unfortunately, this game won't be for you unless you can find some time.
This on-camp study evokes a feeling of the familiar, does it not?
It's even like if you had an hour, you can play. It's just kind of hard to... It's kind of hard to find, like, to play a little bit and then not be able to play and then go back into it. Because you kind of, like, forget what you have and forgot what you were doing, so I highly recommend playing, like, through it in one, like, the one confession in one sitting.
Enriching themselves as the world collapses.
We hate to see it. And, I kind of mentioned it a little bit, but I didn't outwardly say it. There are statuses I think they're called tokens in this game. Yeah, tokens. It's a lot of tokens. It's a lot. It's a lot more than in the Switch version, I'll tell you that. Oh, this is what I was. And of course, each token represents something different. I was lucky there. Most of them are pretty upfront, but if you're always never 100% sure, in this version of the game, you can use your mouse to kind of like see what it means, which is really nice. If there's any advice that I would give when playing this game, I think it would be to be aware of all of your options. Not just the ones that you can press over and over again. You know, I'm a person that's like, oh, if it's broke, don't fix it, but like, how do I want to do this? Don't know. I'll do this. It's very important that you remember all of your options, because sometimes you feel like you're really backed into a corner and you're like, okay, let me look at all my options. Let me look at all my options. Sometimes brute force is not going to work. You have to set up sometimes.
Well
Nice.
done.
Awesome. Of course, everybody has their different styles of play. Some people like to focus on one enemy
Let us
and
hope to finish
mow them
this
down.
quickly.
Other people like to kind of like deal damage to each one. I kind of do a mix of both, where if it's like, I kind of put them in my mind. This is my mind here. I'm letting you guys into my mind palace here. I kind of give them all like a different degree of priority, of like, and priority being like how dangerous they can really be if you don't take them down quickly. Like we kind of saw with the cannon from the last round of battling.
One less obstacle in our path.
So, right now, since it's not nice.
Messy, but effective.
So, since this is the beginning of the game, none of these are in a super high priority position, because, and I've also dealt with these enemies like 100 times. But of course, the priority can change based on how my team is doing. If they're not doing so well, they may go up. That's just how I like to see it. I kind of break it down like that in my mind. If you know which enemies to take down quicker than the others, you'll survive. If you don't, well, you die. Man, I'm not used to talking to an audience while playing a game. Oh, I haven't even talked about this stuff yet. So we will encounter things on the road, and it can really drastically change your outcome. And sometimes your characters can give you an option to flee. It doesn't always happen, but it can. I can only go based on what my characters want. I kind of see it as like I can somewhat control their actions, but not their thoughts. And you kind of have to work together. So let's see. Paracelsus wants to run, but we're not gonna run. Do you want to know why? Because we're not pussies. Now, if you're not careful, you can put yourself in a really bad position. Which I just did because I didn't want to look like a pansy. Now, let's see, I forget the button for this.
All heroes are human.
That's the buff. Okay. Right. So, let me explain, like, the priority right now here. So, usually, the most dangerous one out of these is this guy right here. And he is right now. But all of them are bad. So, this guy, he's kind of like Paracelsus, where he kind of does, like, support stuff. It's very annoying. I hate the drummer. He is a menace. A menace. And maybe it'll show you why soon. I forgot to equip items, which is why I'm in a really bad spot right now. If I had my items, I would feel better. So, right now the highest priority is, I think, this guy right here. Followed by this guy. If I can hit him. You'll see why I say that soon. Dismas, I really need you to, like, crit. I need somebody to crit. Or high roll. Yes, I'm using D&D speak because it works in this situation. I will kill him.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Who said it? Ooh.
A slow dissection.
So, some of your attacks, of course,
Unavoidable
can't
end.
really affect certain places. Oh, I hate this one. This is what I was talking about. So now I can't hit this guy because he's being protected by this guy who has this thing. Annoying. But it's fine. We can deal with it. And you know how I'm gonna deal with it? Setup. It's kind of, you know, I always like calling setup, and whenever I say setup, it reminds me of Pokemon. Because I kind of like see these as your character's moves, kind of like how Pokemon has moves. And you can switch them out later when you unlock more of them. I just like seeing it that way. What do I want to do? I want to do this. Let's do a support move here.
Empowered, emboldened.
And of course, in this game, you can take as much time as you want to figure out what you want to do. There's no timer. I wanted to see if a timer would ever show up. I've sat here for, like, I just kept the game running in the background while I did other things. I went to work. I work 8 hours a day. They were still sitting there. I didn't get attacked. So you can take as much time as you want to think and figure out what you want to do. And you're supposed, and you can have items at your disposal. I just didn't equip them like a silly goose. But I think we'll turn out all right. Love to see it. Oh, awesome. Well, he's not going to help you for much longer, buddy. He's dying next turn. Also, you can use this type of stuff to your advantage, which is what I'm doing. I don't need to kill this guy now. He's already dead next turn. When he takes his next turn, he's dead. I don't need to deal damage to him anymore. I'm good. I'm set. I can focus on other ones now. like this guy. I wanna talk about some of their backstories so badly, but I don't want to spoil it for you because I probably will be showing them. Yes, Dismas. Yes. What does that mean? Oh. Oh boy. I forgot how much stress. I'm gonna explain stress. Or I can let the tutorial explain stress. Let me do that. Let me show off the tutorials. Stress. Okay. I'm gonna let you read it. And then high stress. And then meltdowns. Now, I will say though, I will say, you don't always get meltdowns. Okay, now we can focus on this guy. Let's take him down, guys. Oh, I hate it when he does that. That's why I hate this enemy so much. Oh.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these
Okay.
well-worn relics.
Zenith, let's frickin' do items. Okay, so you can give your characters items to help you in battle. It doesn't really matter who you give them to. I just kind of choose at random. Oh, it's over there. Sorry, it's different setup on the Switch. It's usually here. All right. It's always beneficial to give all of your characters something to hold. And of course, like any items, they do different things. And there are like a billion items in this game. And trinkets and baubles and doodads and thingamajigs. Maybe not those last few things, but okay, so there's a direct consequence of me forgetting about stress. And you read it. I read it. I let you guys read it. But when they become more stressed, just like us in real life, you know, when you're really stressed, you kind of get like upset and you get irate and you get really irritated.
And the catatonic lethargy that follows it.
And so it caused some not good things. Okay, so now we're in what is called a lair. Right now in the first confession out of 5, they don't really matter. But from the second one onwards, they matter a whole lot. They are 3 stages, the 3rd stage being the boss. And they are very difficult. Like, very difficult. I highly recommend not going for a lair in your first confession because it's not really needed. Of course, I had no choice in the matter here. So what you can do is it will give you the option to continue or flee. I might do the second round, depending on how my characters are doing. Again, it's about logical thinking or choices that you make. They will either make or break your team.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Indeed. I may have totally forgotten that I set up a critical hit.
Forward and effective.
It's fine. It's fine, we got rid of the defense. What matters more. Just trying to lower that stress a little bit. It's heightening mine though. I'm not gonna lie. Oh,
Another impediment.
I should talk about
Cleared with
execution.
impunity.
So, these things are called death armors, and it protects against them dying the first time. Which you saw with one of these guys earlier. Dismas, and there's a couple other characters that get this. In their abilities, they have what's called execution. And there's several executions, like execution 1, 2, I think it even goes up to 3. And what execution does is that instead of surviving a hit on, I guess it's technically 1 HP maybe, technically, they just die. It breaks through that. See how this Audrey couldn't kill him? Oh, it is 0. That's what I thought. Dismas would have just outright killed him. It's very useful. I am going to escape. I don't feel good about continuing.
Cowardice. A crude term for the science of self-preservation.
I also really like the small dialogue things that you see happening down here, because it gives you some insight onto their actual character, like their personality. Ooh, I have to watch that. Please let us run. Ooh, oh, come on. Okay, let me explain why I'm upset. Okay, so you can see on the bottom there are certain, I guess, consequences, because consequences can be positive or negative of your selection. So, for example, in this option, you go into a fight. Nothing else special happens. Audrey, same thing. With Paracelsus, these are negative down here. So, when you flee, sure, you don't have to deal with the fight, but you're going to take on some consequences for that. Flame, which I haven't explained yet. Flame is one of your most important assets in this game, because the flame in this game is called Hope, I think. That's how I see it. And you are like the last remaining hope to save the world. And that's part of the story that you see in the beginning when you first start. And flame, when it's bright, it helps your heroes and negatively affects the enemies. If it's called darkness, shadow, the opposite happens. The enemies are helped and your heroes are debuffed. It's not great. There are items to help with that, I just need to use it when I get to the character. And I think it was Paracelsus, and I completely went over it like an idiot, but that's okay. I can find a way around it. And that's what, it's because I'm going too fast. It's a direct consequence. I am going too fast. I am not thinking about the greater picture right now. And I'm also somewhat distracted by talking. I'm not very good at talking and playing a game at the same time. Hey, it makes it more entertaining for you guys, so I don't mind too much. Okay, here we go. So these are so important because they help with flame. How do I use it? Oh, I just... Okay. So now we have more hope, light, whatever you want to call it. Yes, Dismas.
Let us
Yes.
hope to finish this quickly.
Oh, I love it when that happens. It makes me feel so good. Okay, I just want to explain what just happened there for a second. So you saw that Audrey got hit, and because it was a crit, not only did it do more damage, but it also caused other effects, which can happen. Which is never fun. And it can affect your other characters, depending on, like, their quirks. Or if they're right next to the person. I love how this game works. Like, it can be so brutal. But I love it. That's why I really like games like this that really make you think.
A simple kindness.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm using a pistol shot. Yeah, let's just get rid of this guy. He's causing a big issue right now.
A little help impeccably timed.
I wonder if you can speedrun this game. Not that I'd be able to. I'm just curious. That was a roll there. I had a 50% chance of winning that.
Abandoned or forgotten.
Execution.
It is ours now. The loathing whispers.
What? I didn't see loathing for that. Oh, god damn it. Loathing. It's one of my least favorite things about this game, but it's designed that way, so I can't help but love it. Loathing basically, as it tells you right up there what it affects, and it does not matter. It, like...
The worst kind of parasite. Opportunists.
I'm trying to talk, game. I'm trying to talk.
The slow suffering begins.
I am in a pickle.
Compassion quiets the howling mind.
Okay. Actually, we're not as bad off as I thought we were. Oh yeah, I forgot that Andrew has that. I completely forgot. Okay, got that dodge out of the way. That's blinding. Awesome. I needed you to miss. Okay, now my situation just got a whole lot worse.
A small foundation of trust.
Yeah, like, I'm sure if you've made it this far into the video, we just hit the 50-minute mark, assuming I don't make any edits in the raw footage. We've made it to 50 minutes. And I'm not even...
On to the next.
I'm only in the first place of the first confession, and I still have another one to go. And then I have the actual, like, mountain, which is, like, the final boss for each confession. It is crazy.
There is comfort in company.
Come on. You know, it's very funny that I really like this game, and I really love D&D because it takes luck, and I usually
Hold fast,
damn.
for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
I usually hate, like, any games or anything that usually, like, sometimes require luck to win. Like, think of the luck minigames in Mario Party series. So much. Because there's no logic to them. It's just like, you roll a die, and you see if you get the winning hit, and if you don't, you lose. Like, there's no logic to it, but this game gets a pass because it requires both skill and luck, and a little bit of luck. Just like D&D, it requires skill and thought, but also luck. I also get to play with friends, and I love being able to play with friends. I didn't really get to do that a lot when I was younger, so... I like my single-player games too, though.
Measure out your
Do you guys just hate Dismas today? I feel like he's getting... It's probably just because of his position, honestly, in the lineup, but I feel like the second position here gets attacked so much. Yes, that's what I needed. This is not a good run to show you guys, but you know what? I'm gonna own it. We're owning it. Because not all of your runs in this game are gonna be great. A lot of them are gonna suck. Like, I don't mean like you're not going to enjoy it. I mean you're gonna struggle.
Scavenge what you can, and be off once more.
So if you have rage issues, I don't recommend those for you. Ooh. I don't like that. Move on. Please tell me we're almost there. Oh, man. Yeah, we haven't even made it to the inn yet. Oh, we're actually not as far as I thought we were.
Desperate and wanting. Will you rebuff their earnest pleas?
I hate decisions like these that are just like this. I highly recommend think about like how it affects your relationships with the characters, but also think about the flame. The flame, I would say, is one of the most important things that you need to think about in this game, because if you have low flame, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, you really get fucked. You get fucked really bad. So I prioritize flame over some of the relationship stuff, but you can see how low it is between Barristan and Paracelsus. Oh, I forgot about this. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so at right before the inn, which is like your safe space and like your it's kind of like your checkpoint. You fight cultists I'm actually gonna let you read this one. So you always fight cultists right before the inn, and the music not only is it amazing, but it really makes you feel that pressure. Like even when I'm not playing the game and I'm just listening to the song because I enjoy listening to it, it like gives me that like, ooh, like I feel it. I'm like, ooh, I got some stuff, you know? Like I gotta get through this. I gotta get through something. I just totally lisped there. I'm gonna own it. I lisped there really bad. So with cultists, my priority for these is something that you probably wouldn't expect. And this is just how I like to take care of it. I prioritize the altar first, if I'm able to hit it, of course. And then I prioritize the herald, then the cherub, and then finally the evangelists, even though these are the most intimidating. Why? I'll tell you. These three are mostly support for this guy. If you get rid of the support, it makes this guy a lot easier to take care of. I always say the altar first because it gives me a lot of trouble if it stays alive for more than a turn. Which it is, unless I get like a crazy crit right here, but it's not gonna happen. Not good. This is my biggest chance. Alright, I need Audrey to high roll here. Yes! Alright, that makes me feel better. The altar can be very scary. I don't think it'll show it here because it's a corpse now, but it has such insane supports. Like, it causes critical hits, higher attack, heals, regenerates every turn. Like, the support is crazy. Now that that is taken care of... I'm not sure what I want to do here. I'm gonna do this.
Mistimed. Misdirected.
Fine. Also, I like to think about, like the positive attributes that you, tokens that you can give your characters. Like this one is Riposte. It's a counterattack. You've seen it 100 times already today. I think it's very useful, especially in cultist battles, because this guy is gonna sit here for a bit, and if he attacks, I can attack right back. I think it's one of the most useful tokens in this game, so I highly recommend. I'm gonna try to deal with some of this stress here.
Quiet the howling mind.
Thank you for demonstrating what I was just talking about. I am in a tight spot. Awesome. That makes it a little easier. Yes! Audrey is one of her attributes or abilities, I guess you can call them, is high crit rate. Audrey comes in clutch a lot of the time, I'm not gonna lie. Taking a bit more of a defensive turn there. sometimes you gotta make like support and defensive turns. You can't forget those. They're really important for this game. Like I said earlier, like brute force is not gonna cut it. That crit was unnecessary, but I still appreciate it, Audrey.
Agony by accumulation.
Like, you could go into it with full brute force team that deals heavy damage.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world
You
to
can.
see.
I don't recommend it. Okay, that actually didn't go as badly as I was thinking it would. So now we have made it to the end. Yay! I'm gonna end the episode here at this end because in the raw footage, we are an hour in. So, you know, I won't be
The
offended if
roaring
you put this in the
heart does
background.
much for the weary body. Even more, perhaps, for the restless soul.
So, this is a save point. I can now quit the game and not have to worry about doing what we just did all over again. So, I think this is a nice welcome back for me, I suppose. I can't promise that I won't disappear again, but I think playing this game for you guys will keep me into it and want to upload more. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, feel free to give me feedback on the audio and maybe things that I can talk about that aren't just the game, maybe, if you want. I'll take any help that I can get. I really hope you enjoyed Darkest Dungeon 2. I'm not sure when my next upload will be. Hopefully soon. We'll see. I have a lot of things going on in life right now, so I'm pretty busy with things and stuff. But I'm hoping I'll be able to at least upload semi-occasionally again. If you have any suggestions for other games that you may want to see me play, you can put those down in the comments too. I'm always open to trying a new game. And I'll see you next time. I hope this video gave a little light to your day, and yeah. See you next time.